What is your take on Polish women sensuality? Polish women and soft? Those two concepts don't go together. Boom! Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up people? Hola, JT here. Welcome to another episode. Today is a beautiful Sunday morning. It's the day after Dzień Kobiet, or International Women's Day. And I wanted to take you guys on a little walk. I am here traversing this little hiking place somewhat near my house. And I want to have a conversation with you guys about Polish women. Beautiful weather, by the way. It's like 14 degrees. This is one of my utmost favorite type of weather. Having spent the day yesterday with all those lovely Polish women got me thinking a lot about, who are Polish women as a whole? I've made videos about Polish women, marrying a Polish woman, the good, the bad, and the ugly, why you don't want to be with a Polish woman. I made several. I even did a couple of videos about how to date Polish women. Well, how to date Polish people, but, Polish women. This conversation will be a little bit more surrounding the characteristics of a Polish woman and kind of like having an open conversation about observations that I have. And this has absolutely nothing to do with picking up a Polish woman and dating one and what lines you should use to get yourself a nice, hot-looking Polish girl. It's fair to say, and let's get it out of the way, I am a married man, so I haven't really dated any other Polish woman. I've only dated the one that I managed to secure, which it sometimes becomes a little bit of a contention, topic of contention on my videos, because they tell me, how are you talking about Polish women when you've only been with one? You're generalizing. So I gotta say that I see your point, but as a student of human behavior, as a student of Polish culture and Polish people, I would like to believe that many of my observations do capture some general characteristics and traits that I find on a lot of Polish women. Yes, not all of them are the same, nor behave the same, nor like the same things, but it's undeniable that there is this huge sense of identity that a lot of Polish women have that make them undeniably Polish. I was raised by a single mother. My parents divorced when I was 6, and my mom is a strong woman, strong, capable woman that basically built everything she has and everything she gave me, with pure strength, determination, and love. So, to me, the definition of a woman that I find attractive and that I respect, although I should say I respect all women, will be defined heavily by how much it somewhat mimics what I saw growing up. Now, I don't necessarily like a woman that is going to be a replica of my mother. I love my mother, but I want a partner that is going to be unique. It's going to have unique traits, and it's going to provide new things to my life, not just a repetition of my mother. That would be weird. But what I do find interesting about Polish women is the juxtaposition of things. With them, yes, you do get a woman that is a little rough around the edges. You do get a woman that is impatient. You do get a woman that sometimes is rude. You do get a woman that is tough, and not always tough in the good sense of the word. Sometimes a little bit of a pain in the ass. But they can be, at the same time, the best partners in the world, They can be caring, they can even be soft. And listen, I know you're gonna say, what? Polish women and soft? Those words those two concepts don't go together. But they are soft in the sense that they care. And they do a lot to show that they care. Now, granted, especially coming from the perspective of a Latino, they might not be soft with words. Not always. We all enjoy a little kochanie, kochamcze, kot cool. We do enjoy some of that from time to time. But it's a softness that comes in the form of doing things for you, acts of care that undeniably show you that you are literally one of the most important people in their lives, if not maybe potentially the most important person in their lives. They will pummel you to the ground to make sure that you take care of your health. They are huge into you taking care of your health and reminding you of doctor's appointments and stuff like that, like I've mentioned in other videos. But at the same time, to them, it's very important that they pass on the information to you, that they convey that they have your back. And I think that is the single most astonishing thing about Polish women, is that they have your back. Doesn't matter what, they have your back. Maybe that just means that they're gonna yell at you for buying the medication that you need. But sometimes it's literally them going out far beyond their capabilities to provide you with the things that you need, whether it's financially, economically, whether it's taking on more load around the house so that you have the time to pursue your dreams, to do the things that you are going to set out to do, even if it costs them time, effort, sometimes money. I did not want to make this video about, bullet points and the things that make Polish women. I enjoyed those videos, but this one is not one of those. This one is literally a knee-jerk reaction, this video, of having spent the day yesterday with a bunch of lovely and astounding Polish women. And the longer I live in this country, the more exposure I have to other Polish women, friends that we've made. And it's clearer now, the picture is clearer. And I can say without any hesitation that Polish women are truly exceptional. I have a lot of respect for them. I always had, but now it's even more, because they have a natural ability to be progressive, to be forward-thinking. At the same time, they are traditionalists. They want to make sure that the sanctity of the home is intact. They demand, because they do demand, a partner that is present. Although undeniably independent, they really like feeling like they have a partner, that they are part of a unity, of a larger movement than just their own personal growth. But you guys know something that I have to address though, because it comes up on many of my videos related to Polish women, and I really wanted to comment on it. There's a lot of, maybe decent amount of comments saying that Polish women are materialistic and they're interested in what a man has and what he can provide from the perspective of material things and money. And I don't know if my culture and how women are in Latin America, for instance, plays a role. And Latinas are exceptional also. Latinas are fighters. They are tenacious. One of the biggest dichotomies of life is that just like Polish women, precisely, supposedly Latino communities are macho-centric, where the man is the leader and the one that takes on the responsibilities of the house. But it's a matriarchal society. Latino societies are matriarchal. The moms are the ones that have literally the real power. Like Polish women It's like the famous saying, right? The Polish woman is the neck that turns the head, it makes the head do what needs to be done. And I think that that is a beautiful saying because I've noticed it. Still, I find that the relationship between those two cultures is quite astonishing. And it explains a lot why I feel so at home being with a Polish woman and why I see all the other examples of Polish women that I have in my life, and nothing really jumps out at me as it being scandalous of a behavior, which is different to some of the things that I noticed, for example, when I was living in Austria, among Germanic societies where women are a lot more independent, but more from the perspective of like coldness even. It's like they do their thing, their husbands do their own thing, and yeah, they kind of like meet in the middle, live their lives. But as a Latino that grew up understanding the importance of the community and the sanctity of marriage and relationships, and how it is a joint venture of sorts, I'm truly overjoyed by having found a Polish woman to share my life and to have my children and raise my children with. And all the other Polish women that I've met have the same vibe. And the last thing that I want to mention could even be a little controversial. And it's the fact that Polish women, although Polish and, you know, supposedly cold and unapproachable, the well-known bitch resting face, or resting bitch face, or I don't know, you know, the resting bitch face that Polish women have, they do have a cheekiness. And I say this with all due respect to my wife, and thankfully she's not a jealous woman and she completely understands my perspective on this. Polish women have like a sensuality factor that it's not like Latinas, for example. It's not so out in the open, but it's there. It's mega interesting because I don't think that Polish men have that. So I wonder where this comes from. Polish men are not known for being flirtatious or being cheeky or being sassy. It's literally 100% cultural, right? Like Italians are very cheeky, you know. I still think that us Latinos, we own them Italians, they think. But still, in this society, men are not sassy. They are direct, they are dependable, they are trustworthy, they are honest. Those are amazing traits that Polish men have. But sensuality is not one of them. But Polish women do have it. They do have it. They just express it in a way that is a little bit different. But you can see behind the eyes, you can see that there's something else than just, you know, take your medicines, I'm gonna keep you alive, and here's the supa pomidorova that I cooked for you. It's a little bit more spicy than that. That's my interpretation from just things that I see around me. And obviously not because of my involvement in any of it and in the research, not because of my involvement in the research, but I might be wrong or I might be right. What's your take? I really want to know what is your take on Polish women sensuality and their expression of things that are more than simply caring for their family members. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of this episode. Just a simple conversation between us in regards to Polish women, all ignited and inspired by International Women's Day and the relationship that I have with all those wonderful Polish women that I get to interact on a daily or weekly basis. I would like to know what's your take on this. I would really, really love to have an open forum of discussion in the comments about what you think makes a Polish woman special. See you on another episode.